So we're finally here. Ah, man. 25 years of Smash Brothers. It's really crazy when you think about it. Like, I remember when Smash Brothers came out, back when I was in the third grade, I think. Pokemon just got Pokemon just came out. I saw the episode, the Squirtle Squad, and I go see my friends in like elementary school and stuff like that, and they're all talking about the new Nintendo game that's coming out on 64, and I had a 64 at the time, so I'm like, all right, what's the game? It was like, oh, so you get to play as these guys from Nintendo, and at the time I barely knew what Nintendo characters and stuff. Like, the only characters I knew from Nintendo were Mario, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, Link, Fox, and Pikachu. So I didn't know who Kirby was. I didn't know who. Well, did I say that right? Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Yoshi, Fox, and Pikachu. Yeah. So I didn't know who Kirby and I didn't know who Samus were at the time. And they said that there's this new fighting game that's coming out called Super Smash Brothers, and you play as a bunch of Nintendo characters, and you just fight people and stuff. And when a few weeks later, I can't remember much because it was so long ago, like 25 fucking years, guys. I remember us renting it, and I gravitated towards Pikachu, obviously, because I was getting into Pokemon and stuff, and Yoshi was my second main, with Fox being my third. But I had a lot more love for obviously Pikachu, Yoshi, just because that I played in Mario Kart and everything Mario adjacent. I played as Yoshi if Yoshi was available, and like I said, I was getting into Pokemon. Pokemania was becoming a big thing at the time. But I learned a lot about Nintendo's games through Smash Brothers, and I became more fans. Like, I got into Ocarina of Time because of Smash Brothers. I played Donkey Kong 64, and I told you that story already about that. And I learned about Kirby and stuff like that. And obviously I played Star Fox 64 because I think that was one of the first 64 games to come out. But I remember unlocking the 4 characters as well. Like, everybody always unlocked Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff was always the first character to unlock Smash Brothers. It wasn't really difficult. You had to beat the story mode, quote unquote story mode, in any with any character on any difficulty. And because I was a little weak baby boy, I always went with easy mode on everything, just because Mortal Kombat taught me a lot about playing games on normal and hard difficulty. That being said, Jigglypuff, I knew about Jigglypuff because Smash Pokemon and stuff like that. And Luigi, I knew about Luigi because Super Mario Brothers. It's pretty self-explanatory, but Captain Falcon, I didn't know who Captain Falcon was, or when we called him Sea Falcon and stuff. Me and my friends and stuff, because we didn't know a whole lot about F-Zero. I don't know if F-Zero X came out around that time, but I'm not sure. So I didn't know. I played F-Zero, but I didn't know who Captain Falcon was, because it was back in the day. Normal kids didn't really have the freaking manuals and the game boxes and stuff like that. So, and Captain Falcon was in the manuals and stuff like that. And then Ness, who the fuck was Ness? Who's he and stuff like that? Because it's funny. I remember that my sister, out of all people, my older sister, who never played video games, right? She mentioned the final character, and apparently the strongest character, quote unquote, to unlock is Ness. And I'm like, who's Ness? I don't know. He's supposed to be the mascot of Nintendo or something like that. I remember my sister telling me that, not in verbatim, but I remember my sister talking about like Ness being the last character unlocked, and I think he was actually like I didn't play Earthbound until like my adulthood and stuff, you know. Yeah, like, and then we want to talk about like, you know, Melee and stuff. When Melee came out, it was on the cusp of me getting into the 7th grade. It was between 6th and 7th grade. I did not know. I knew about Smash Brothers. About Melee because like I remember hanging out at my primo's house, and we would go to one of his friends and stuff while he was playing Sonic Adventure, and he had I think either Electronic Gaming Monthly or Nintendo Power magazine, and it showed like some stuff about Smash Brothers Melee and stuff, like, so it showed the shots of like, you know, Samus shooting Ridley with the missile, and then them fighting in Pokemon Stadium and whatnot. And I finally got the chance to play Melee at one of my friend's houses and stuff. Like, it was one of his older brother. I believe his older brother had it and stuff, and we were playing it whilst we were also learning how to play Yu-Gi-Oh as well. I remember specifically that, and this is such a weird thing to remember about Melee, is that I remember when my friend at the time was talking about a guy named Marth, you know, two guys named Marth and Roy, and this is some like kid talking, because like I could go on about like the Smash Brothers rumors, because like, you know, there's like, oh yeah, you can unlock Sonic in Melee, you can unlock Ash in the first game, you know, as well as Mewtwo and stuff. But I remember him talking about like Marth and Roy is like, yeah, so there's these two characters from a game called Emblem of Fire. Like, Emblem of Fire. That's what Fire Emblem was initially for me. Was called Emblem of Fire for the longest time, until like they came out with Fire Emblem. But yeah, it's like, so a game, Marth and Roy came out from a game called Emblem of Fire. They're brothers, all right. Marth is going after Roy because Roy, I guess, killed. From what my friend told me, Roy killed Marth's mom and stuff like that. He killed their mother. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy and stuff. Like, so how does Marth play? And he's like, he's a sword fighter and stuff, but he's faster than Link. And so I drew for my friend, like, you know, a picture of Link and Marth fighting, and I did not know how Marth looked like. Like, I wish this is why I keep my drawings, guys. This is why I keep my drawings from the past, is just in case, like, you know, I need to remember this shit. I wish I had this one, because I remember drawing Marth and Link fighting, but I had no idea who Marth was, so I had to think at the top of my head, how did Marth look like? And the only thing that my friend told him was like, he just wore a lot of blue, he had a cape, and his hair was blue. And he had like a crown, which was his tiara he got from his sister, like, that I learned later after I played fucking Fire Emblem. But it's crazy. And when I finally got it for myself and stuff, like, all the stuff I had to do to unlock every character and stuff, oh my god. Like, you did not fucking know how difficult it was to unlock, I think it was Mewtwo, where you had to had total of 20 hours of playtime. So you and your cousins and your little brothers, you just put, like, you know, you just have two characters like facing on like Final Destination or whatever, or a level that doesn't have any hazards, and you put it to like infinite time or whatever, or just even have one stock, and you just let it rock for 20 hours. Make sure that, you know, your little brothers don't go to play the game or whatever, or anybody like plays something else, and then boom, you got Mewtwo and stuff. And it's crazy how games really don't do that anymore. Like, well, I guess, you know, nowadays just easier because people are trying to make shit more consumer friendly, especially for fighting games and whatnot, which makes a lot of sense, because you go to any fighting game tournament and you're gonna you want to have the character that you play, you know. You don't want to have to like have, especially if you're a TO, I think that's what it's called, a tournament official or whatever. I don't know what TO stands for, but I think it's people that work in help out with tournaments, stuff like that, or the person behind the tournaments. To unlock all the characters and stuff like that is just fucking ridiculous. So it does make sense. As we go to Brawl, like, I remember specifically in the Brawl's release that there was a tournament going on at the Game Crazy. Game Crazy used to be a game store that was linked with Hollywood Video growing up when I was younger and stuff. I was like would have been my senior year of high school. Then I dropped out due to complications and stuff. But I remember just when Smash Brothers Brawl first showed the trailer, and it showed just all the characters like with the highly detailed like outfits and stuff like that, like, and Link with that drastic change to like his Twilight Princess look, and I was really hyped. Like, I saw characters that I hardly knew. Like I knew Meta Knight vaguely from like the Game Boy Advance games and stuff, and I only knew Zero Suit Samus from Zero Mission and stuff. So I'm like, all right, but I'm like, who the fuck is Pit? And like, I knew Wario because of Mario Party. I'm like, but why is he wearing his WarioWare stuff? And it's like, all right. And then Snake shows up. My friend at the time, he got excited because like he's like, Snake's in this game? Oh my god! And because I didn't grow up with PlayStation and I didn't have twin Snakes, I was like, who the fuck is Snake? I was like, must be really important. Like this realistic dude in this game. Like, all right, he must be muy importante. But that being said, though, like when people were talking about like hey, so if Snake's here, maybe Sonic will be here. I'm like, oh god, I hope so. And I remember constantly looking up, I think weekly, at the Smash Brothers dojo for like new characters and stuff like that, like who's returning and who's showing up and whatever. And the game being delayed constantly, like it was supposed to come out like sometime in November of 2007, and then got pushed back a few months, and it got pushed back to like I think March, I want to say, of 2008. I could be wrong, but I remember it was in the spring of 2008 because it came out. It was released on I want to say it was released on when daylight savings happened, because when the tournament me and my friends went to for the release date of Smash Brothers Brawl, it was a midnight release, and then like it ended up being at fucking 1 o'clock. But anyways, going back to like announcements, character stuff, that I was like, all right, characters, sick, let's go. Like, you had Ike show up. I'm like, all right, I don't know who Ike was, I was still new to Fire Emblem. Like, I only played the Game Boy Advance games, so I didn't play Path of Radiance. I'm like, that's cool. DDD, okay, he's cool. I remember DDD from Kirby games and stuff. And then fucking Sonic. I think I was at 3 to 6. 3 to 6 was like night school for like people who didn't graduate and stuff like that, like people who wanted to get at least a high school diploma, and they were like or either 18 or they were just school dropouts. They went to 3 to 6 to just take classes and stuff like that. I remember that I was chilling in the computer room, I want to say, and like I was just doing math on the computer and shit, and then I just decided, you know what, I'm gonna check the Smash Bros dojo. I saw the render for Sonic, and I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, what the fuck? Not my little, because I was like fucking 18 at the time. My 18-year-old brain like couldn't handle it. I was like, holy shit, Sonic's in fucking Smash? Oh my god. And then I look at my friend like, dude, Sonic is in fucking Smash Bros. And he's like, what? Yeah. And I remember just that with Live and Learn being played in the background and stuff. I was so excited. I got excited to the point that when it was released in Japan first, because they weren't worldwide releases at the time. When it was released in Japan, me and my friends, we looked up the Final Smashes and stuff like that for every character to see who was here. I was like, who the fuck is Rob? Like, okay, Wolf's in this game, so that's sick. I like Wolf. Lucario. Me and my friends, we just like this is where I met my friend Speedy. When we were playing Pokemon, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl and stuff like that. So we know who Lucario was. Like, all right, let's go. Lucario's tight. Lucario's awesome. Yeah, it was just Brawl was such a big game for me and my friends. I mean, we did play a lot of Melee together before Brawl came out, but when Brawl came out, oh my god, there was a lot of stuff that we poured in. I switched out my mains. I was Fox, so I was Pikachu in OG Smash. I was Fox in Melee, go figure, and I was Marth and sometimes Sonic in Brawl. And I remember it was always like me and my friends just playing and stuff like that. Like, my friend Nubs, he made Snake. My friend Speedy, I believe he made Sheik. Squishy, he made Luigi and stuff. I could be wrong, like maybe I'm wrong about the mains, but this is because I'm trying to remember like fucking when I was 18. Oh my god, trying to scrape all the fucking bong resin and alcoholic drinks that have been done and stuff like that. Just difficult. But then you got like in Smash 4 and stuff. I was oh my god, Smash 4. I remember like when Smash 4 was announced for the first part. I didn't get a Wii U at launch. I bought a cell phone instead of getting a Wii U. But I remember Squish, because we lived together at the time. This was like our third time living. Oh my god, I live with Squish a lot. Holy shit. I remember like with Squish, he's like, Jeff. This was also when E3 was going on as well. He's like, Jeff, I'm gonna get the setup for you. You're gonna watch this Nintendo Direct or whatever. I'm like, all right, cool. What are we watching? And so he shows me everything. He's like, Jeff, all right, just watch it. I'm like, okay, cool. Nintendo games, Mario Kart, I believe came out, and like I saw a little villager. I'm like, all right, cool and stuff. Like, wait, that's fucking Smash logo, and then fucking Smash Bros. 4 was announced and stuff. I'm like, all right, this looks dope. This looks hype. Let's go. I became a bigger fan of Nintendo. Like right then there, I became a big fan of Fire Emblem. I knew what Kid Icarus was. I was a big fan of Smash Bros. Obviously played Pokemon and all that jazz. And then I played a lot of Animal Crossing as well. And it wasn't until like, I saw a villager. I'm like, all right, cool. Everything's cool. That's sweet. It's like, dude, that was cool. I looked at Squish and I remember like, yeah, that's a cool trailer. And Squish was like, no, dude, it's not done yet. And it showed a new challenger approaching. I'm like, what? And then so I see it. I'm like, oh my god, is that who I think it is? And Mega Man was announced. Like, oh my god, let's fucking go. It's fucking Mega Man. Hell yeah, let's fucking go. Because this was important to a lot of people, myself included, because it was at a time where there was like there was a Mega Man drought, and it was just when Keiji Inafune left Capcom and stuff, and a lot of people were very disheartened with Capcom because they weren't showing a lot of Mega Man love. He wasn't shown in, like, there were Mega Man characters in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, but they weren't, there was no Mega Man, like, you have characters representing Mega Man, but there's no fucking Mega Man. Legends 3 was canceled. The Mega Man Maker, or whatever it's called, Mega Man Online, Mega Man Maker, I'll just call it Mega Man Maker, I forgot what it's called, but Mega Man Maker was ended as well, which could have been like, great, because it would have been the first Maker game. Like, it would have been Super Mario Maker, like by a few years. Freaking Mega Man Online, the Mega Man, it was gonna be a Mega Man MMO in which you were able to play as 4 different types of characters, either an X character, a Zero character, a Duo character, I believe, and a Cinnamon character from Mega Man Command Mission. So this was important to us and stuff. This was important to Mega Man fans, and we were excited. I was excited that Robin got announced for Smash as well, because I really did enjoy Fire Emblem Awakening. A lot of people did. This was before the time people were upset with Fire Emblem. This was like right there before time people were like, all right, there's too much fucking Fire Emblem in the game. And we'll get into that in a little bit. So Rob was announced, I'm like, all right, let's go. When Shulk was announced, I'm like, this is a pretty cool trailer. Like, this is what's up and stuff. Because, like I mentioned when I talked about Chancho Blade, Xenoblade, I did not, while I was a part of Operation Rainfall, I did not get the game myself because it was GameStop exclusive, first of all, and fucking I didn't have the money to get the game at the moment. But when it came out on a new 3DS, Chancho Blade, Xenoblade Chronicles for the new 3DS, I was I got into it and I became a Chancho Blade fan from there on out. And when they announced that there was going to be DLC, I'm like, that's cool. And you had, which I thought was cool that they did this for DLC, because they announced that Mewtwo was going to be the first DLC character, and everybody and their dog was excited. It's like, sweet, Mewtwo, we're getting Mewtwo back and stuff. And I remember what was cool is that when you registered Smash Bros to your My Nintendo account, I think if you had Smash Bros 3D or Wii U, either or both, you're able to get Mewtwo for free. Like kind of like how they did with Ultimate with Piranha Plant. But I also remember that they did you were able to get a CD for free as well, like with Smash Bros. Music and stuff. It wasn't like all the fucking songs in Smash Bros. I think it was just like a select bunch. Like I still have that CD. I haven't opened it because that's a fucking antique. But yeah, like it was also the time that within the release of Smash 4, me and Taco, formerly known as Stretch, we started hanging out more and stuff, and I remember going to Best Buy and waiting in line for the demo of Smash Bros. You can actually find that video on YouTube, like on our channel and stuff like that. It's old, but like we were there. I was excited to just play as Mega Man because I wanted to see that Final Smash, and oh my god, that Final Smash was Be Still My Heart. I love that Final Smash. But when the DLC rolled by, I remember Mewtwo showing up, then Lucas showing up. I'm like, all right, cool, everybody's got Lucas back. And then Roy came back. I'm like, all right, sick, Roy came back. And then fucking Ryu from Street Fighter showed up. I'm like, oh wait, hold up, this is gonna be different. This kind of changes everything and stuff. So now we have Mega Man and Ryu. That's sick. You get Mr. Fighting Games himself. That's awesome. And then you go after that, and then I believe they introduced Smash Ballot before Ryu and Roy, but I'm not sure. But I remember the Smash Ballot being a big thing, and I was trying to aim for let's get Isaac in this, let's get Banjo in this, let's get some characters that need some love. And then Cloud was announced, and that blew everybody's fucking mind that Cloud was in Smash Brothers. I don't think I could explain how big that was, because a lot of people knew how stingy Square was with their characters and stuff like that. Like and you can correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I remember that they looked down upon the idea of Dissidia, their fighting game, that just because that all their why all their characters fighting, why all the protagonists fighting or whatever of Final Fantasy fame, and just to have Cloud there was just awesome. And I remember that I was a little bit upset because there was only just 2 fucking tracks for Cloud, so I feel like he didn't get a whole lot of representation from Smash, as well as it was only his trophy for both his regular and alternate and stuff. And I'm like, all right, that's cool, I guess, but it's still fucking Cloud. And then the last character obviously being Bayonetta and stuff, and them saying that it was the most voted character within their that they could use within their ability and stuff like that. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like I didn't know much about I barely knew much about Bayonetta. Like I had Bayonetta 2 and 1 on the Wii U, which I apologize, guys, in advance. I didn't do a Bayonetta video. I just have not played Bayonetta yet and stuff like that. I will probably I'll probably grab it. I think I have it stored somewhere, and I'll probably start playing Bayonetta and stuff myself. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll make an updated video for Bayonetta and stuff. Who knows? But that being said, I was excited for a lot of people wanted Bayonetta. I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Bayonetta's cool, is a cool character and stuff. You know, I'm hot for Bayonetta. And then that was it for Smash. And honestly, I don't see why Smash 4 gets a lot of hate now and stuff. I thought it was pretty good, you know, like, I think it's just probably because people were just upset with Bayonetta and stuff, but I don't know, I thought it was fine. And lastly, we go to Smash, Smash Ultimate and stuff. Like, I remember getting off of work and just sitting down at my house, because I used to get off work early at the time, like, used to work like early morning shifts. And when the Nintendo Direct showed up, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm gonna watch it, you know. And I saw the Inkling, and I'm like, okay, some Splatoon stuff, you know, like maybe some more Splatoon 2 content or whatever, you know. Maybe just they'll bring back Splatoon 1 maps or whatever, or just the Inkopolis place or square or whatever. And then, like, you know, you see that fireball within Inkling Girl's eyes and stuff, that showing the Smash Bros symbol, and you're just like, oh my god, let's fucking go. And you see, everybody was hyped when they saw Breath of the Wild Link, you know, in that silhouette and stuff. And then, you know, when I think it was E3 when it came out, when, like, you know, they showed everyone is here, you know, like, all right, let's go. We get to have everybody here. And it was such a wild time of speculation, guys. Like, I remember just people talk about, like, you know, characters that they want, or characters that will be coming out, like, so many fake leaks, real leaks, man, like bathroom leaks, sink leaks, there's a leak in the toilet, like, there's leaks abound everywhere and stuff. And, you know, I wasn't, you know, expecting the leaks to be real. And then well, you know, everybody saw the Grinch leak, and everybody thought that, you know, that was gonna be it, that was gonna be the main roster. And turns out, while the Grinch stuff was real, the leak characters of Smash itself weren't. And that was disheartening, because Isaac was one of the characters apparently leaked in the Grinch leak and stuff. So I was excited for Ike to show up. But it was weird, because I overall wasn't excited for any of the characters in Smash, because, you know, I already have, if everyone's here, I already have my fucking mains I don't have to worry about, you know. But everybody got the characters that they wanted, you know, like. And I'm not here to bash, you know, people who did not want those characters, because those characters are great. Like, we got Ridley finally. Like, thank God. A new Metroid character that's not Samus, even though we have Dark Samus that came out. We have, you know, Echo Fighters, so, you know, Dark Samus and Chrom. Oh fuck, I forgot to talk about why people hate Fire Emblem now. It's because of Corrin. Like, because Corrin was announced in Smash 4, and at the time, Fates did not come out in the US. So a lot of people here in the West were very like, oh, really? Fucking another Fire Emblem character? Like, why Corrin? Like, why? You know, why is that important? And I guess it's funny, because not only, if you think about it from there, and now we'll talk about it later, just like people got blue balled as it being, like, you know, the final character, possibly the final character in Smash Brothers, you know. So that's probably why a lot of people could have been initially upset, maybe. But yeah, a lot of people did not want Corrin to be in Smash, just because that, you know, it was, I feel like everybody knew that it was just a shameless plug. And that's what Smash is for Fire Emblem, you know. It's a shameless plug. You're gonna have the current Fire Emblem characters be in it and stuff like that, you know, like, it's gonna be a given. But that being said, you know, everybody got Ridley, you know, everyone was excited for Ridley. King K. Rool was a big one for a lot of people, and Simon Richter as well. Like, holy shit. So we're getting all these, like, third-party characters that we're getting these two third-party characters that represent, you know, part of Nintendo that a lot of people, you know, a lot of people hold dear to, because not only were they like NES classics, but, you know, now you have the Captain N characters minus Captain N himself. You have fucking Simon Belmont, Mega Man, and Pit, you know, just hanging out. Then you got, oh yeah, I remember, I forgot to talk about fucking Smash 4 that you had Pac-Man as well. Like, there was a lot of characters that showed up. Like, Jesus Christ, that I just can't even think about. Like, because, you know, everybody just got what they wanted and stuff. You know, like, I mean, I didn't get Isaac from Golden Sun like what I wanted. I got him an assist trophy. So that's a close second. Not really, but I was happy. You know, like everybody got the characters they wanted, and everyone was wanting to see what the next would be for the DLC characters coming out. And then the first character announced was Joker, right there during the near release of the day before the release of Ultimate and stuff at the Video Game Awards. Squishy was busting a tit. I remember watching it with him, and he's like, "What fucking Joker's gonna be in Smash?" And I'm like, "Oh man, I gotta start playing Persona, see what's up now." Because I think Persona came out a year prior, if not around that same time frame. But like, yeah, that was crazy. So we're getting like a character from one of the best RPGs of if not the most recognized RPG of that decade, and into like, you know, the biggest fucking fighting game now, or the biggest Nintendo game, party game, whatever you call it. And when Hero got announced, I was excited because I was not a big fan of Dragon Quest, but I'm like, all right, cool, yeah, Dragon Quest is big in Japan. Everybody's gonna be going crazy in Japan, and which I did see some Japanese reaction videos, and they were excited. They were off the wall, especially with the fact that they had different costumes for like probably I want to say the biggest Dragon Quest that came out and stuff like that. Like, obviously, you know, everybody in Japan knows about Dragon Quest 3 and stuff like that, you know. Here in the West, I think the most prominent one was probably Dragon Quest 8 and stuff. So yeah, and of course, you know, the newest Dragon Quest character. But you know, Japan got theirs with Hero. We here in the West, we got ours with Banjo-Kazooie, and everybody was fucking excited. Everybody was bawling and stuff like that, you know, like happy for that Banjo-Kazooie showed up and whatnot. And you know, everybody was excited for that. And then down in, you know, in the Latino community, we get ours also with Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury, King of Fighters, you know. And it was awesome to see how big of a fan Sakurai was with KOF and Fatal Fury and stuff like that, you know. And like, I was excited I could be just doing Buster Wolves to people and stuff like that. And then all that hype died down once Byleth was announced, because everybody was so upset, because at the time it was supposed to be the last. Everybody thought that this would be the last character in Smash, you know, and everybody was upset, like, you know, this didn't end with a bang, it ended with a whimper, you know, because nobody wants fucking another Fire Emblem character, you know. But you know, I was like, all right, cool, Byleth's in it, that's sweet. And then after that, they announced that there'll be another set of characters and stuff, and then I'm like, all right, cool. And it wasn't until maybe when 2020, like during like either pre-camp pandemic or during pandemic, that they announced that the next character would be a character from ARMS. And if I remember right at the time, there was a tournament going on to show who's like the most popular ARMS character or whatever, which turned out to be Min Min. And Sakurai himself, I believe, said that the producer or he wanted either Min Min or Ninjala to be the character for ARMS and Smash, which, you know, what's cool and all. Like, I was happy for Min Min and stuff like that. And it wasn't until like later on the year, like in fall, I want to say. Yeah, fall, because it was when me, Taco, and Knucklebomber moved in together, and the Jam House was born. Where we found out that Steve from Minecraft was gonna be the next character. Like, what the fuck, Steve? And you know, like, it's not bad, you know. Like, Minecraft wasn't a big game for any of us because we're old heads when it comes to video games. But you know, Minecraft is like more than 10 years old and stuff, and it's got to be some kid's first game, you know, like how Mario was everybody else's first game when I was growing up and stuff. So much excited to see. I was, you know, like, all right, that's somebody else's, so good for them. And then So that took the world by storm, you know, like that. I think that broke Twitter, if I remember right, because that's how big Minecraft was, and that's how many people got into Minecraft and stuff. And when I say it was everybody's first game, I'm not fucking kidding. I remember playing at my friend's girl's place, and he was playing Minecraft with his girl's kids at the time and stuff. You then got Sephiroth, which, you know, while some people were like, a few people were like, oh, it's just another anime swordsman. No, it is the anime swordsman, guys. Sephiroth was the anime swordsman, all right? And that, a lot of people freaked out, you know, because I love the fact that it's just, that Sephiroth is just, you know, the ex that won't leave Cloud alone and stuff, which is fucking amazing. And he just followed him to Smash Brothers, because fucking why not? I mean, he followed him in Kingdom Hearts. He's of course gonna follow him in Smash Brothers. It was cool. Like, it was crazy. I wasn't expecting Sephiroth, you know. A lot of people weren't expecting Sephiroth, but a lot of people were happy about Sephiroth, you know. And then came Pyra Mythra, which I was excited about because I thought it was gonna be. When I saw that trailer, I'm like, oh, okay, so some fucking Chancho Blade 2 content. I'm excited. I love Chancho Blade. It was a fun game to play. And when she said it got announced for Smash, I'm like, all right, let's fucking go. Like, I have the reaction video on this channel and stuff like that. And I was trying to keep my voice at a minimum because because Taco was at work and stuff like that because he worked from home. And I was so happy. I was like, yeah, we get Pyra and Mythra in Smash. Let's go. Like, I became content with Smash Bros. Ultimate from there on out because I didn't get Isaac, which sucked, but I got Pyra Mythra and stuff, and I was excited because I really wanted Rex to be in Smash Ultimate because Xenoblade 2 came out, but Sakurai said, you know, like, yeah, Xenoblade 2 was in production later, like when we were near finished with Smash Ultimate. I'm like, well, that fucking sucks. You know, there goes less Chancho Blade representation on my end. But lo and behold, fuck you, Rex, we got fucking Pyra and Mythra now, and I was happy. I'm happy. I play them a lot and stuff in Ultimate. And then we got Kazuya, you know, and that was cool. You know, I wasn't excited compared to when I got Pyra and Mythra, but like Kazuya being there was really awesome. Namco needed another character. I felt like, because they were the ones that helped make this game and stuff. So having Kazuya be there, you know, was great. And also fucking having him do all these crazy ass combos stuff. I love the fact that in 1v1 smashes that the camera gets angled to how it seems like in Tekken and stuff like that, you know. And I also love that artwork of him just like holding Ryu off the cliff while everybody's like, oh my god, this is supposed to be a kid's game, what the fuck. Well, Kazuya's like, nah, the only thing that's rated heat for every one of these fucking hands. But yeah, like, also just like there was a lot of fucking, can we talk about like how there's like a lot of death / near death in the trailers? Like, holy shit, really killing Mega Man and Mario, fucking the Grim Reaper killing Yoshi and stuff, Banjo killing King K. Rool. Who else? Let's see. All, like, yeah, it's just fucking, it was just wild. Sephiroth almost killing Mario. Kazuya killing everybody, throwing everybody into the cliff minus Kirby. But I think it was all well worth it, especially leading up to the end of Sora being announced and stuff. Like, you had people from all over the internet just kind of like excited, happy, almost crying to a certain extent and stuff. And it was really cool. It was a great, like I said, for the Kingdom Hearts one, it was just a great way to end the series and stuff. And honestly, like, I'm happy for Smash Brothers, and the fact that gave me so much enjoyment with not just me but like my friends and my family. Like, I don't know what game would have replaced it in our family and stuff, but you know, me and my friends, you know, when I was younger, you know, we played Smash. When I got older, different set of friends, we played Smash. And same with now, we had different set of friends and we play Smash. And it's just I guess it just goes to show you how crazy games can be, or some can be, with it just only being like only a quarter of a decade old, and how much of an impact it had on your life, as you know, not only as a gamer but as a person in general. You know, like, I don't know how the next Smash Brothers is going to be like, but now with, you know, my nephews, my nieces, you know, being able to play Smash Brothers with me and stuff, it's gonna be crazy. You know, it's just a crazy feeling, and I don't know if Sakurai is gonna come back to, you know, be on the helm of the next Smash Brothers game, but I'm all here for it. You know, of course, me and my friends, we're gonna buy it and stuff like that, and we're gonna just play it, because if there's one thing we'll do, you know, we'll fuck around and settle shit in Smash. So the only thing I really say is thank you, Sakurai. Thank you, Nintendo. Thank you, Iwata. Thank you, Bando Namkai. Bando Namkai. Thank you, Namco Bandai. My friends, thank you. My family, thank you. My brothers and sisters, thank you for just making me enjoy this game and stuff, because, you know, I'm a big fan of the series, and I'll keep on playing it as often as it comes out until, like, you know, they stop, you know. And yeah, like, happy anniversary of Smash Bros. And I hope you guys have had the same experiences I had, if not more or better, with Smash Brothers, because, you know, something about this game, you know, it just brings the hype in people. It just entertains, you know. It's just fun, you know. It's just fun being crazy and stuff like that. Whether you play competitively, whether you play Final Destination only modes, or Omega stages, or Battlefield stages, or you play with all items or no, you know. Everybody has their own way to play Smash Bros. And I think that's the best thing about this game, is that everybody has their own way to play. And yeah, I just can't say anything else. I can't give any more praise than I have already with Smash Brothers. You know, like, it's a fun game series, guys, and with originally starting with eight characters, going over to like a little more than 80 is awesome. And we'll see what the future holds for the next Smash game. And you know that me and the Evil Squirtle crew, you know, will play it and stuff. And yeah,